poco perdido. Creo que me encuentro ahorita en South Beach. Así que voy a usar a la gente para que me diga dónde carajos puedo encontrar a Lady Gaga. Vamos. I'm looking for Lady Gaga right now. ¿Sabes quién es Lady Gaga? No la encuentro. Seguiré buscándola, así que vamos. Guys, I need your help. Well, the thing is, I'm looking for Lady Gaga. I got to interview her, but I don't know where is she.
I know where she is.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Y ahora sí, ¿dónde está Lady Gaga? Así que vamos corriendo. Thanks a lot. Aquí estoy llegando al Mandarin Oriental en Miami, que es el hotel donde se está hospedando Lady Gaga. Pero lo que pasa es que no puedo gritar su nombre porque si no se va a hacer una gran conmoción en el lugar. Pero vamos a buscarla, subir a los pisos, a ver dónde está. A ver si no nos sacan los guardias, Y Gabo, por fin llegó el día. Te estaban buscando todos y ya la encontré. Aquí está Gaga con nosotros. Hi Gaga, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty excited to meet you.
So nice to meet you too.
Yeah, look, we have this tradition in Mexico that whenever we meet someone, we take a gift. So here I got this special gift for you. It's a Mexican little monster.
Oh, wow. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought you were going to say you're going to give me a kiss.
Oh,
It's
that
kind of like a
comes...
tongue kiss, though.
That comes at the end of the interview.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your career. Well, you achieved stardom in a little while. Just a few years and you already had achieved what you got. How do you handle it?
You know, I guess I just don't really see it that way. I don't see myself as a star in that way, meaning as validated by the public. I see myself that we are all born stars. I see that I was a star when I was born. When I was living in New York, I felt like a star when I was playing in nightclubs. I mean, I did pop music the way rock bands in the 70s and the 80s did, working really hard, blood, sweat, and tears for your music and your work, your artistic vision.
Yeah, because you quit this art school when you were younger. You were so faithful about your music career.
I don't like the word quit.
Okay, well...
I moved on.
Okay.
I guess I felt like what I needed was more life experience, and I felt like being involved in the program that I was in, specifically the program. I don't believe that college as an overarching place is wrong for anyone. I think kids should stay in school. Education is so important. I felt that I needed more life experience. I felt that I had been sheltered for a long time, and I was ready to rough it on my own, and I got 3 jobs, and I paid my own rent, and I worked for it. I really see my life to be much more of a reality than other people see it. You know, some people party all day and drink all day and have no ambition and just sort of sit through life. But what we do, my friends and I, we work hard, we earn it, we sweat. I think the world has not even begun to see what I'm capable of, and this album will be the next chapter in the continuous creative process of my life.
How do you think the youth has to follow their own dreams? Do you think their music inspires them to do so?
I hope so. I hope that with my new album, with Born This Way, that people feel a sense of freedom in terms of their ambitions, that you can become anything that your mind can envision. I believe a lot in projection. I talk about projection a lot in the show, and it's something that is a recurring theme in the Monster Ball and has been a recurring theme with the fans. It's the idea that if you project into the universe your potential, that it will just happen. I always say, art is a lie.
Why?
It's just it's a lie. It's a fantasy. And we live somewhere. I live particularly halfway between fantasy and reality at all times. And we must tell that lie over and over and over again, the lie of our potential, over and over. You may not yet be that person, but if you just keep profusely and relentlessly and fearlessly telling that lie, at some point it becomes true.
So it comes naturally if you want it.
Yes, if you want it. But you have to be relentless. It's really nice, actually. I'm really close with my dad. And my dad's out here on tour with me right now. And he said to me, my favorite thing about you is that you're relentless. And if you say something or you do something or you create something that not everybody understands, you do it again.
Yeah.
And then you do it again. And then you do it again.
And again.
And again.
And again. Okay.
And you keep saying it and you keep driving it. And it's like I'm in this race car and I'm just slamming on the gas, and I'm just slamming so hard down that highway, knowing your potential and knowing that if you just keep your foot on the gas, something extraordinary and magical will happen.
Y eso solo fue la puntita, ¿eh? La última vez que escuché esa frase, bueno, no viene al caso. Fíjense que Lady Gaga, ya sabemos, el 23 de mayo saca su nuevo disco Born This Way y la próxima semana toca en Guadalajara y en el DF, ¿eh? Ay, están todos emocionados y la tuvimos acá en MTV Week y falta mucho más antes de que termine el show, así que no te vayas. Es un show de lujo, ¿eh? Un programa de lujo el día de hoy, pero hay que balancear las cosas, ¿eh? En MTV Week.
So Gaga, tell me, you're going to Mexico in a few months.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting about this concert?
I'm just so excited. I can't believe we're playing at the stadium. I mean, we sold out in like 2 days. Like, in some ways, I wish we could do many smaller shows just so I could be closer to them. But I know that it will be more of an event and even more memorable.
What have you heard about the Mexican audience or the Latin American audience?
The last time I was in Mexico was with New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Way too long, and I wish I had been there sooner. I mean, actually, whether you guys even know this or not, I had like no money because I went completely bankrupt spending all my money on the show.
And the tours.
Yeah, I could just even stay afloat financially. So I now have more control and I can go to all the places that I want to go to. Mexico is certainly first on the list because it's been too long.
What's your relation with Mexico and your story?
Fernando's Mexican.
Okay.
And Fernando is the musical director of the album. So there's a lot of Latin American flavor on the album. But we began to work, and as we were working, I got an email that Prop 8 had been overturned in California, a marriage law for the gay community. And we said that we felt like this gun had gone off in society, the fact that Prop 8 has been overturned. And actually, just around that time, the immigration laws began to surface. There was a lot of artists that were boycotting playing in Arizona because of the laws. And I feel like when you give in to the government, when the government is socially oppressing the citizens, I feel like when you give in, you are feeding into the negativity. Whereas I said, you know, I want to go and I want to perform for my fans, and I knew that there would be Latin American fans there. I knew there would be fans in the immigrant community at the show, and I wanted to play for them. So Americana, the song I played for you, is a song about social justice in America and how we began as the land of the free and the home of the brave, and come across our borders, come make a better life for yourself. Here we are equal, and suddenly there's been this tremendous twist in America's fate, and now we're saying, get the out.
Yeah, okay, so now you're being this Pancho Villa style revolutionary.
Someone said a quote to me once that said, if you have revolutionary potential, you have a moral imperative to make the world a better place.
Okay, so Gaga was working all night long thinking about this game of word association, and there's some kind of gifts. So I wanted to show you this to talk about your idols. I spent all night long working with this.
Thank you.
What do you think about the first word that comes to your mind?
Queen. I'm gonna like cry even talking about it.
Whoa.
I'm really, really honored because Mott Lang, one of the most legendary producers of all time, is producing the song You and I that I have been playing at the show. It's going to be on the album. And actually, Brian May is playing guitar on the song.
Brian May?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't necessarily really relate to any of my contemporaries or have a lot of friends in this business, but it's been really an overwhelming and humbling experience for me getting to know all of the legends that I've worshipped my entire life, all the people that my father taught me about. I see that photo and I don't really feel that I have any business being in a photograph with him, to tell you the truth, but he's so brave. So brave.
What would you think Freddie Mercury would have thought about your career?
I hope he would have thought that I was brave.
I got this in my car where I thought about you when I was driving, and I thought, hey, this could be a great present.
Oh, it's so cute.
yeah, I got it. It was in my car, so I think right now
Oh,
you
it's
should have
so
it.
cute. I'm going to put it in the studio. I think me and Fernando should keep it while we're finishing up the song. We had a mariachi band play on the record. It breaks out of the radio version of the song into like a 3-minute mariachi jam session. I mean, it's really, really fun.
Well, you've seen football.
Yes.
So they have this tradition that whenever the game ends, they change the shirts. Well, I'm not expecting you to give me.
We have to do a different TV special for that.
So I got the t-shirt from the Mexican national team,
Thank you.
and it's completely yours. And I know
Smells good. Smells new. Couldn't have had a sexy footballer playing it first and then give it to me.
I used it, but I'm not a footballer, but I used it.
But you're sexy.
Oh, thanks a lot. I was expecting my kiss all the interview along, and I gave you the shirt, and I'm hoping.
I'll give him a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot.
Kiss for Mexico. A kiss for all of Latin America.
Oh my God, it's getting hot here. Y es foto aquí con Lady Gaga para MTV Week. Nos vemos.